This is the Daddy,
It's the ManCandy.
and we are on episode number 9, almost double digits, man.
Almost, we're right there.
We are getting so close. Well, this will be an interesting episode. We'll see how it goes. But before that, we got to recap podcast number 8, which was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
man,
we had a lot of fun making that one.
Yeah,
so.
that was right in your wheelhouse, and you smashed it right out of the park.
So, yeah, just as a recap, make sure that you're getting out there, enjoying the local wrestling events, whether they're one of the big promotions or they're one of the smaller guys. I know SummerSlam's this weekend, so I'm looking forward to watching that. There's a pretty nice card on there. So, yeah, just enjoy going out to those wrestling events. And as a recap, I know I got a lot of response here these past few weeks. Another tip I wanted to throw out there is, if you have an opportunity, don't go by yourself. Enjoy a wrestling event with a buddy. So big shout outs to Nasty Nate and to Gangster Greg. And just go enjoy them and have some fun for what they are.
And I just want to say one little thing. If you reach out and maybe, tweet us on, or X us.
X us. Is that it? Is that what you call it now?
Yeah.
Is access?
Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, that sounds all right.
But you can always reach out and see if you would, ask ManCandy to join you.
Ooh.
Yeah, just throw that out. You would get, you might have to buy his ticket, but you could just ask him, hey, ManCandy, would you join me on this wrestling, event? And maybe you would take him up on it.
Yeah.
Take him or her up on it.
You'd be in for quite a ride, that's for sure.
Oh, yes. Well, now we are going to our famous segment of
everybody's favorite segment here of What's That Sound?
What's That Sound? And it's here at ManCandy.
Okay, so last week our sound was... Hold on, I got to bring it up on the...
This is why we need a production crew here.
Yeah, I know.
It's all right. Trying to do it all.
I'm scrambling here.
Oh, ManCandy wasn't quite
here we
ready.
Go, here we go, here
he's
we go.
ready
Yeah,
now.
I got it.
All right, here we go. I know it's an old game. Have I played this game, would you say?
Yes.
Is it on Nintendo?
Yes.
And I went with Mike Tyson Punch-Out, but it doesn't seem like it would be that.
Well, it is that.
It is. When was that?
It's right in the beginning, right when you turn it on. That's when it happens.
Oh,
before you hit
that's
start.
right. Well, so I got it right.
Sort of.
What?
I mean, yes, technically you got it right.
Okay.
But there are two different versions.
Yes,
of
I know.
Punch-Out.
There's Mike Tyson Punch-Out, and
there's
just what Punch-Out?
Regular Punch-Out.
Yeah, where they could use Mike Tyson. So
exactly, it's basically the exact same thing. Only the final guy is not Tyson.
Yep.
It's Mr. Dream.
Mr. Dream, and then do they have different names of who you fight, or are they?
No, they're all the same.
Those are the same names. It's just Mr. Dream.
Yeah, you get everybody's all the way.
Does he look like Mike Tyson?
He's white, but no, he's not. He doesn't look.
Oh, okay.
There's some subtle differences.
Okay.
But yeah.
I don't think I've ever got to the final round on. I remember playing it, and wasn't there a cheat code that you could go right to him, right to Tyson?
I was never able to beat him.
I never beat him.
I don't think I even landed a punch.
Oh, he's tough. He's tough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, good job on that. What's that sound? This week's sound. Are you ready for it?
Yep. Do I have a chance on this one?
Probably.
All right.
So
I'm listening.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Ready? Ooh.
What the heck?
Here we go.
Again.
Here's again.
Sounds like a wood splitter. Well, you're crushing something, ManCandy. What in the world is that?
One more time.
Oh, I got it. That is Man Cubes dropping.
Ooh, that's a really good guess.
I think it's Man Cubes dropping from the ice maker.
You know, they are a good sponsor of the show.
I mean, they are, are probably one of our main sponsors.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going Man Cubes dropping.
Okay.
Jeez, I'm good at this.
Well, if you know what What's That Sound is, make sure to add that to the comments and also give us a shout on X if you know. So, but now on to the most important thing about the episode, our tips.
Yeah, so episode number 9 is going to be long road trip tips. So
Yes.
how to survive a long road trip, which Zodaddy's got one coming up.
Yeah. How long is this road trip you're going to be taking?
It's going to be, I just put it in the phone, and according to the phone, it's going to take 19 hours
Yikes.
and about 30 minutes.
Yikes.
That's without stopping, but I think we're going to have to stop for gas, ManCandy.
And take a leak every now and then.
And get some, maybe, we're taking the dog, so that we're gonna have to have some breaks for sure.
Jeez.
So
Now growing up, did you take long car rides?
no, we could not take very long car rides because I have 2 older brothers, Mook and the Wickster, and they would get motion sickness, ManCandy. So basically anything over an hour drive, they would get sick.
Oh, lovely.
So Madison, was probably, the farthest trip we took growing up, and so I didn't get out much. But when you live in MP, you don't need any.
That's true.
Every day's a vacation there. But so thanks to Mook and Wick, I really didn't get to go anywhere.
No, boy.
Yeah. What about yourself?
Yeah, we took some pretty long car rides. We had some family in Michigan, so we would go see them. Took a long car ride to South Dakota, went to Mount Rushmore. Then eventually, when I got to like middle school and high school, did some long road trips to Colorado and Wyoming. And I even did a road trip along the coast of California once, from San Francisco to LA. So, but growing up, we used to have one of those big vans with like the 2 captain's chairs. Those were awesome.
Oh man, I would love to take that on this road trip. We're about ready to head on.
It had a TV, and then we would borrow like a VHS player, and we could hook that up, and we could just, this is obviously before iPads and all that, so we just bring a whole bunch of movies and sit back and just go.
Just go, relax. Yeah. That's awesome.
So
give
us some tips.
Well, on this long road trip down to Florida here, we're gonna go. Of course, the wife and I and the dog, we're driving, and the kids, Grandpa, they're all flying. I mean, just with my wife and I and the dog, we tip number 1 is I would say if you have a pet, make sure not to have them own the front seat.
Okay.
We made tip number 1, we made the mistake. My wife didn't think the dog was going to be very big, and so she had the dog sit in the front seat. Well, now that's the only place the dog will go. So now one of us is going to have to sit in the back, and I wish that was one thing. So tip number 1, if you're going to have a pet, get them in the back seat somehow, ManCandy.
But don't you like sitting in the back seat, especially when it's not your turn to drive and you can take a little nap?
Yeah. Well, maybe. Okay, maybe the tip is get your pet.
Get your pet to sit in the front seat.
All right. Well, there we go. That's not a bad call, ManCandy. Yeah. Another tip that, for the road trip, you got to have some good snacks.
Yes.
There's nothing better than having some good snacks on the trip, and I'm kind of excited, with all the snacks that we have. And
do you have like some go-to snacks that you...
I'm going to be kind of surprised. I know my wife went shopping, and there's going to be a lot of little snacks. I'm kind of excited just for the sandwiches.
Okay.
She loaded the sandwiches, lots of meat and cheese, and and I'm going to enjoy those on the way there, and maybe a couple Diet Dews.
There you go.
A little, So I think and then obviously you got the the chips and
Sure.
But I don't have a go-to. What about yourself?
Snacks was an important tip.
Well, what's
for
your
mine.
go-to?
A good trail mix is not a bad thing to
that is
have.
a good thing.
My go-tos are usually maybe some combos.
Oh, pizza. I like the pizza
The
combos.
pizzas.
Yeah, pizza combo.
I'm more of a traditionalist. I like the pretzel with the cheese,
Yep,
the cheese
yep,
one. So maybe a meat stick every now and then. And then growing up, we always used to have, and it's not really a thing anymore, but they're called candy raisins,
Candy raisins.
and they're
okay.
they're so good. So
All right.
yeah, those were my two. But you mentioned something about having a diet due, especially going on longer car rides where they're overnight.
Yep.
What do you do to help stay awake?
Stay awake. So, I'm not going to have a diet due until I'm going to hold off because I'm sure my wife will want to start driving. For her eyes. If she doesn't, she's going to get tired right away.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to have the overnight, the late shift.
Okay.
And so we'll switch back and forth, but I'm not going to have that due until probably, I'm guessing, 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight to get that caffeine. And then when I need to fill up about 1 o'clock, I might go with something a little more potent.
Okay.
We're talking maybe one. This is the only time I will ever have a Monster.
Okay.
So I'll have a Monster. I don't do the Red Bull.
You're not a big coffee guy
No,
either.
I don't. I don't have coffee, but I'll go with a Red Bull probably about 1:30. In the morning, and that will get the jolt going.
Sure.
And so that'll get me through the long drive. So yeah, so make sure you take the stops that you need to stretch, and that's another great tip. And plan your caffeine accordingly. So you're alert, wide awake there during that time, and it can take its full effect.
I like it.
All right. What else are you thinking?
I've got have a good mix to listen to, whether it's a good playlist or a good, your go-to radio station. Audiobooks are sometimes can be pretty interesting. My crazy audiobook story, right?
No.
Well, I had to take a really long car ride. This is probably about 10 or 11 years ago. For the company that I was working with, we wanted to have a company car in our Arizona location.
Yeah. Oh.
So I had to drive from Wisconsin to Arizona all by myself.
Wow, ManCandy.
So
and you did it straight through?
No, I did stop in Kansas halfway because this is over 20 hours.
Yep.
So I went to Barnes & Noble thinking that I wanted to get 2 audiobooks for my car ride.
Yep.
So got there, and this was right when a Dan Brown book came out. It was the Lost Symbol or the Last Symbol. It was part of the Da Vinci Code series thing.
Okay.
So all right, that sounds kind of interesting. But then I was looking for a second one, couldn't find it anywhere. Nothing, just wasn't. I wasn't interested in anything else that was out there. So I went to go cash out. And then I looked behind the counter.
There's got to be a wrestling, I hope.
No.
Oh.
Even better.
Oh.
This was right in the middle of the 50 Shades of Grey craze.
Whoa. You didn't watch that.
Well, I didn't. I listened. So I was like, all right, I got to know what the hype's about. And let me tell you, that was a weird car ride.
Wow. That sounds weird.
You stop at that stoplight and you're rolling up the windows real quick because you don't want other people to hear what you're listening to.
Wow.
It got weird.
Jeez, ManCandy. I don't think I'll ever read that book at all.
Well, there was nothing else available, and it was during. I just wanted to see what all the hype was about. So.
Was it a good audio?
It was interesting. Let's just say that.
So going back to that, I've uploaded Hard Knocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of curious. Obvious. I know with my wife again. She listened. She's watched a whole series and on HBO and said you will really enjoy this.
Okay.
So I just downloaded.
The most recent one?
The most recent, the Giants.
Giants.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be, listening to that. See, she said it was excellent. So I'm gonna take her word on that. So I'm gonna do some, downloading of some videos, just like you said, for the playlist.
Certainly, obviously, there's a great podcast that folks can listen to.
I guarantee I'm gonna force my wife into listening to this one plus. Others, yes, I think she's listened to about 2 of the episodes so far. So this is definitely we can go through all the podcasts on the way
start
there.
to finish.
That'll take that'll be the quickest. Time will fly by.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And do you have any other tips?
Well, I just think just packing the car accordingly. We got a lot because the kids and grandpa they're all flying, and so we're gonna have a lot of suitcases, a lot of stuff in there, and we're taking a lot of the food for the week, and just packing things accordingly, and just to make sure everything's packed nice, get everything to fit. But then the same thing is you want to make sure that person in the back seat can fully recline the chair and relax and have the snacks right in the right spot. So the packing, it's gonna. I think you have to make sure that you have it down and correctly how to load that car correctly. So
Sure.
that's another tip.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about yourself?
I guess my last one is don't be afraid to engage in some strange, in-depth conversation.
Oh, that's
Especially-
a great call. You can, we can get to, I can get maybe to know some, things with my wife.
That's right.
You got some topics that off the top of your head?
Well, I mean, I got some that are a little bit more obscure. I don't know if she'll be interested in it, but I did have some long car rides. Also, with that employer that I mentioned before, with a buddy of mine, we had to take some really long car rides to go visit some of our locations, and start engaging in conversation of what would you do in the event of a zombie apocalypse.
Oh,
Would you survive?
yeah.
What did happen to those colonists and aliens before the Marines got there?
Okay.
Just get in depth.
Well, I mean, you had to bring up wrestling too.
Oh, of
I'm sure
course.
to that coworker.
Course.
That's a must.
Shout out to JCP for those long car rides. Nice work.
There we go. Well, yeah, I think those are some excellent tips, ManCandy.
100%.
Yeah, I just hope if you are gonna take a long road trip, that you take advantage of these tips that we've provided you and make it a little bit easier for
That's right.
your trip.
Yep. Enjoy that time together.
Yep.
So.
Well, I think that's about it for tips.
That's all of our tips.
Yep.
Hey, and did you know, and I'm excited to play this for you, from our listener feedback. We had some very interesting feedback here since the last episode. And one was actually a voice message that I got from a sweet, sweet old lady. And she wanted to come on the podcast here and have me play her voice message to me.
That is interesting.
She is such a sweet lady.
All right.
So here you go.
This is a voice message.
This is a voice message that was left for me.
Hello? Hello? Herb, would you please turn down the damn television set? I'm trying to leave a voice message. Hi, boys. This is Grandma Peterson calling. I just want to say that, oh boy, I love your boys' show. It is so entertaining. I listen to every new episode that comes out. I usually sit down in my nice chair with a bowl of sherbet and I listen to you boys. And oh my gosh, ManCandy, the other day I was sitting down watching television and there was a guy on Channel 4 that looked like you and you look just like him. Well, I sent you boys $20. You spend it how you want. Thank you guys so much for being so entertaining. Herb, please, I'm trying to leave my voice message. Oh, I'm sorry I got interrupted, but I love you boys. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon. Love you. Kisses. Bye-bye.
Wow, what a
Yeah.
message, ManCandy. That was quite the treat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big shout out to Grandma Peterson for leaving such a great message there.
I'm glad. I'm hoping Herb gets is enjoying it also.
Well, as long as Grandma Peterson is, that's,
Wow.
yeah, she might be the number one fan.
Yeah. Well, I hope. Yeah. And anyone. I'm hoping a lot of people will listen to Grandma Peterson, and you don't have to donate $20, but that was very
nice of her.
generous. Very
nice.
generous.
That was nice of her.
Wow.
So, and then one other review comes from us from Tangles70. Says, I love your boys' episode on professional wrestling, especially going to live events. but could you please, please, please do an episode on The Rock someday?
Ooh.
I was like, okay. Rock must be her favorite professional wrestler.
Wow.
So thank you, Tangle70, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I'm sure. Again, that would be right in your wheelhouse with The Rock.
Probably.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be able to add much to the podcast on The Rock. But,
Well,
I'll throw in some questions for you.
We'll make it work.
Yep. So, that about does it. We got to get to our sponsor. So, who's our sponsor for today, ManCandy?
Our fake sponsor for today is the Insta Logo apparel.
Ooh.
Now, this is some amazing apparel here. Insta Logo kind of helps with one of our tips that we had from the last episode when we were talking about what do you wear for an actual sporting event. You don't want to wear the opposite team. So the Insta Logo apparel has a little microchip in it, which is set up with all the major sporting leagues or sporting divisions. And if you go to a sporting event and you don't have a shirt of the team that's playing, you can simply press a button and your shirt will update with that team's logo.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? It
That
comes
would
in
be
white,
cool.
black, and gray.
Okay.
I know they've got T-shirts, hats, and sweatshirts. So
Wow.
it's pretty fancy, I think.
Instant logo.
Yeah.
That is
and
really
sometimes,
cool.
when you're watching a game and you need to reverse grind rather than changing the broadcast, you just switch the team's logo on your shirt. And
That's
hopefully
right.
that gives you better luck.
Yep. Oh, that is. Thank you, Instant Logo, for sponsoring our show.
Yes. All right. Well, I think that just about does it here.
Well, podcast number 9 is in the books. I hope you
right.
guys enjoy, and don't be afraid to give us a shout out, and share it with your friends. Forward on some of these podcasts to your friends, and
Yep.
and have them enjoy it. It'll be great bonding, for people. Great talking points.
You can let them know we're on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon Music, and have them like and follow us on X at JO Tips Podcast. And thank you for listening.